It's a special treat on the War Corgi YouTube channel today as we play a Grand Army game of Star Wars Legion. Now we did have to modify the rules slightly just so I could put as many points on the board as I can. So the cap is 1,200. So instead of 4 leaders, you can only have 3. You only need 5 troops to a maximum of 8, and then 1 specialist, which is all we have, and 4 special forces teams and 3 heavies. So starting out with our list on the Rebel side, going to be played by me, we have Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight. He has emergency stims and force push. Han Solo with improvised orders, and then Chewbacca is running naked today. For the core units, we have 4 units of Rebel troopers, each upgraded with a Z6. Then we have 1 unit of fleet troopers. They've been upgraded with the scattered gun. In elites, we have 2 full units of commandos. They've been upgraded with the snipers on each of those units. And then over on the side, we have some Wookiee warriors. They've been upgraded with a bowcaster. Rounding out the force is 2 units of AT-RTs, and they have been upgraded with the AT-RT laser cannon. So that comes in at 1,199 points of rebels ready to take on the Imperium. So it's 1,200 points of Imperial forces split into 2 armies. Simon, we're going to go with you first, buddy.
So I will have today like 594 points. I'm having Veers as an HQ. I have 4 Stormtroopers with Imperial Officers upgrade and DLT upgrade. And in the back you can see we have to proxy a little bit 3 sniper teams. That's for today my list.
Okay, and Michael, on to your guys.
I'm running Emperor Palpatine as my commander. He is guarded by 1 troop of Imperial Guards. Then for my troop choice, I run 3 units of Stormtroopers with DLTs. 1 is gets an extra medical droid to heal Palp, and 1 sniper team.
Alright, so that's going to be blue player for you guys. You've already chosen your side, so we'll come back with the card draw after this. Card draw in Grand Army works a little bit differently, as most things do in this particular type of mission set, in that the deployment style is set, its battle lines a little modified because it's played on a 6x4 table. So instead of 6 inches in, we get 12 inches in. Now, blue players have chosen which cards to take out, and then we shuffled, and what we got here is hostile environment, limited visibility, and minefield. For the conditions, and the objectives are sabotage the moisture evaporators, intercept the transmissions, and key positions. Both players have 1 opportunity to veto here. So blue team, what are you guys going to veto?
We want to remove this one.
Okay.
Sabotage the moisture evaporators.
All right. Well, there is no way I'm letting Simon's 17 Imperial officers go with hostile environment. So I'm going to veto that one. So that means that we will be playing condition of limited visibility with intercept the transmissions. All right, let's get started on deployment because it's going to take a little bit. So this is our 6x4 table today. We have a couple of craters. They are cover 1 for troops in it, and then slow down both vehicles, ground-based vehicles, and troopers by 1, so it's difficult terrain. We got a number of buildings here by the Imperial base. They are cover 2, as are these barricades that are interspersed between there. And there's another crater. Towards the center here, another building, and then we run into the river. The river is difficult going for ground-based vehicles and troopers, but provides no cover. This bridge will provide cover if the shots are coming in from the side, and that is cover 1 because it's a pretty light fence there. Then over on the left, each of us have a tuft of trees, so that's going to be light cover as it's open forest, or light forest, and provide cover 1 and open ground, and then 2 hills here separating the river. That will, of course, be cover 1 as well. So guys, when we look across the board at the Imperials, what do we got going?
So we started like, let's say the old Prussian tactic, Schiefer Schlachtordnung. I don't know how it's in German, in English. But
It's exactly that in English, actually.
And yes, so in the center we have here Royal Guard of our Emperor. To the left we have Stormtroopers with impact grenades. To the right, impact grenades. To the left we have Stormtroopers with a medical droid. In this crater is a sniper team, and beside the crater is a Imperial officer team with DLT on that side. In the back we also have a backup Stormtrooper team. Veers is here to get his presence as much as possible on any units. Then behind, or here in this, before this building, we have 2 sniper teams.
All touching the ladder. Very
Yes, all touching the ladder. And as a backup, 2 trooper units, 1 without the Imperial officer, and they have also impact grenades. So these 2 have fragmentation grenades. And on that side, we have a trooper troop and a sniper troop.
Okay.
So that everything is quite nicely covered.
Of course, I should have pointed out we have our 3 transmission markers there that we will be battling over. So I think it's safe to say that you are probably centered in your center left with the majority of your combat power right now. Okay. Countering them on my far right, I have my fleet troopers, and then all 4 units of rebel troopers. They are being supported by Han Solo and Chewbacca right there in the middle. Luke Skywalker just on this side of the river. Over on the left side of the river, and it's a little bit more equally divided for me as far as the board control goes. I have the 2 AT-RTs with the laser cannons, and then I have a unit of scouts right behind them. Now those of course provide mobile light cover for those scouts, and since I'm allowed to touch them now, they won't be providing cover for the enemy forces. And then on the far left, where both of us are a little short, I have my Wookiees, and I have 1 unit of scouts over there as well, commandos I should say. So with that, I think we are ready to begin. So let's have a great game. All right, starting round 1, I have chosen my card, and I have chosen Return of the Jedi.
And we have chosen... I actually don't know the English name for this one.
Oh yes, I do.
Give in to your hate?
Yes, give in to your hate. Very good. Okay, so very interesting. You guys will have priorities, so let's go ahead and see where you put your orders. The Imperials get to place 1 order token. It, of course, goes on Palpatine. I'm going to go ahead and choose my 2 AT-RTs over here on the left, and then Luke Skywalker. So priority to you guys. What would you like to do first?
Die Range von der Karte ist wie viel?
Unendlich.
Okay, dann mach das sofort gleich. Das ist
cool. To check.
Okay.
When this ability kicks in, before you activate your first
Yes.
unit. Okay. So it happens automatically.
Okay.
Now, while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to tell you how we're going to do the token draw, because Michael has his in a special case and Simon does not. So, because Grand Army is a little bit different anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to have them draw 1 of each of their tokens, and then I will draw 2 tokens on my side and choose which one. So, a little bit different, but it's going to work for this game. So, your first activation?
Okay, wir müssen auf jeden Fall gucken, dass wir Leute in Deckung bekommen.
Okay.
I need to get used to speak English.
No, it's fine. Jay Shalansky is going to understand all of this. English is good, yeah.
Okay. Maybe this unit.
So you gotta draw from your stack to see what you're gonna get.
Yeah. So we draw 2.
Yeah, Simon has drawn a leader, and Michael's drawn a special forces. Which one are you gonna choose? We'll come back. All right, so they've made their choice. They're going to go with.
We will activate the Royal Guard first. They
Okay.
have environmental gear, so they can just hop over the barricade,
They sure can.
and they will make 2 movement actions
Okay.
to get safely in cover behind this big building.
Okay. Now, for my part, I'm going to go ahead and activate one of my ATRT walkers. Matter of fact, it's going to be this one on the right. At this point, you can choose whether or not you want to use Give In to your anger for Palpatine's special rule and which unit you would like me to activate first. Or you can just let me activate my ATRT.
We use it and we... Wookiees? Yeah, okay, we choose the Wookiees.
Alright, so the Wookiees. I'm going to go ahead and figure out what I want to do with them. So I'm going to go ahead and activate my Wookiees. What they're going to do is they're going to do a double move, guys. So they're going to move up to here. They're going to do a second move up to the edge of the river, but not quite in. And then I'm going to go ahead and cohere some Wookiees, at least a little bit, behind this cover.
Token und der kann eigentlich nächste Runde nicht drüber, weil es ja Movement 1 ist im Endeffekt. Dann muss er entscheiden, entweder geht er über das Ding oder lässt es stehen.
Alright, so at the end of that, the Wookiees will take 4 suppression tokens. So you guys can go ahead and draw your tokens and see what you want to do next.
Der hat wie viel? 2 Movement?
At this point, the Empires decide to activate Emperor Palpatine, who of course has his
Yeah.
face up order token. He's going to go 1 move and
A second one to
a second one.
the gorge.
And that's it.
Perfect.
Also das hat ein Standby.
Laser ATRT has moved up, and then it's going to take a standby token, and then it'll be done with its activation. So we'll see what the Empire does next. Alright, the Empire's drawn a Special Forces token. They are going to clamber up the ladder, so no rolls required there. And then for their second action,
Und die zweite Aktion?
Let's see if they are ready to net mode out.
they are. If they are, I'd be surprised.
Okay, then standby doesn't make any sense because he won't get closer than this one in this round.
Dodge maybe.
Or we get him a bit.
Yeah, but then he is
close to the front.
standby. Then you shoot it up.
That's right. It's a pickle.
Can we put him on standby too?
Yes.
Alright, so they're going to go on standby. For my second activation, I have gone ahead and activated my second ATRT. It is also moved up and taken a standby token.
Dann auch irgendwie standby, oder?
The Empire has pulled a trooper token, and they're going to be moving that Stormtrooper squad up to the barricade.
Yes.
It's important to remember that it is limited visibility, so that's why you're not seeing any shooting right now.
And
So.
a second action
Können
is
wir noch direkt hinter die Barrikade noch rennen?
mit denen hier, dann
Ja.
können die rüber. And then we wait. And then we go a second time
Okay,
here that way.
very good.
So.
Alright, so we'll see what the Rebels pull next. The Rebels have pulled a trooper unit, and I have activated my fleets. They have conducted a double move and are now behind this barricade. I'm sorry, bunker. Empire has pulled a Special Forces token.
Yes, and we are going up and making the same with standby.
Oh, and now the ladder is broken, so no longer clambering up there, clearly. Okay.
Not.
Wow. I've pulled a trooper token. They have moved from this position all the way up to the radar station, as if they don't know the Emperor himself and his Royal Guard are on the other side. And no, Simon, they are not in range 2.
We will activate this unit of Stormtroopers.
Okay, with the medical little bot.
Und die können aber auch weiter vor. 2 Bewegungen würde auch reichen.
Oder sind sie im Offenen, ne?
Now, it's important to note that you can measure from any one of the squad members when it comes to range for the medical bot. It does not have to be measured from the squad
Welche
leader.
Reichweite ist das? 2?
The medical bot,
Mhm.
1.
Okay, wir müssen dann vorgehen.
They will make a double move.
Okay.
And they,
Making a triple move there, Michael.
he was tripping a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't need their whole second move.
Okay. All right, very interesting. Now on to the rebellion. Pulled another trooper token. I've moved these guys up twice, and now they're taking cover behind the barricade. Second move was a little short, but it still worked. Empire's pulled a trooper token.
So we are going 2 times. One. And just like up till here.
Okay. Perfect. I've pulled my Special Forces token and moved my Rebel Commandos up twice to again be in base contact with those 2 walkers. Empire, what'd you do?
They are out of range for shooting and they'll stay in the woods, so they just get a dodge token.
Very conservative, I like it. Rebels have pulled an air trooper token, and these rebels right here have double moved up to the barricade and are sitting pretty. Empire's pulled a trooper token.
Soll es jetzt zweimal laufen? Ich weiß nicht, ob sie dann in Range 1 sind.
Die müssen erst nächste Runde in Range sein.
Okay, gut.
Sie diese Runde noch in Deckung lassen.
Genau. 1 und Standby.
Yeah.
1 and Standby.
All right.
We unfortunately don't have so many Standby markers, but they're Standby.
We have more. I've pulled a Han Solo, and Han Solo has taken his movement up to the barricade. After that, he's going to shoot at these Stormtroopers who are just in range 2, the one with the medical bot. Okay, Michael's going to be defending here. Right now, those Stormtroopers have no cover as I got clear line of sight to 4 out of the 6 of them. So, Han Solo rolling 2 red dice. Got 1 hit, is of course at Pierce 1, so that's going to be 1 dead and 1 suppression token. Okay, the Empire has pulled a leader token. They've gone with Veers. Simon, what are you going to do?
I will move him 2 times in front of the barricades.
Okay, it looks like most of the action is focused on the right here. You know, I've killed a Stormtrooper. We might just call it a day on the Rebellion side. Maybe not. We'll continue for a little bit. Yeah. I have pulled a Chewbacca. Chewbacca has moved up next to Han. He is just in range 2 to those Stormtroopers as well, so he's going to conduct an attack. In this case, Michael, you will have heavy cover. Chewie, of course, gets 2 red dice, 2 white dice. See if I can roll a couple crits here. That would be sweet. No, I just do 1, so you take an air suppression token.
And cover 2, yes.
Yep, because cover 2. Exactly.
Move them.
Empire's pulled a trooper token. They're going to be moving these guys up into cover, it sounds like.
Aber nur hier in diese Richtung. Wenn du weitergehst, dann schießt er mit beiden.
Oder einfach hinter dem Gebäude bleiben, oder so mal hier hin.
Hinter dem Gebäude.
There's some serious discussion about where exactly to move them.
Ich meine, wenn wir schon mal ein bisschen vorgehen, sind wir näher am Objective.
Ja, aber dann schießt er.
Wir müssen halt außer Reichweite 2 bleiben.
Ja, okay. Ja.
Check in range for standby. Smart move. Always be measuring.
Ist genau ein Weg.
Yeah.
And they're going to move up to that range.
Yes. And then standby.
Okay. So now we go over to the Rebellion. Okay, the Rebels have pulled a trooper token. They have moved these guys 1 time just to the edge there, and they are good to go. So over on the Empire side,
They are just getting standby.
okay. So that leaves me with Luke or my Special Forces. So I'm going to go ahead and activate my Special Forces over here. On the left, my Special Forces have moved 1 time in order to be within range of the transmission station there, and they are done. Over to you guys.
Okay, we only have
2.
2 trooper units left. Warte.
Die bleiben dort. Standby.
Standby. Aim.
Oh, okay. So that leaves Mr. Skywalker coming next. After a bit of thinking, I decided to be bold with Luke Skywalker. I feel outmatched on the list. and I have an aim token, a dodge token, so I'm going to try to use it. It will trigger standby for a couple units, but I think I can probably, behind the cover, weather this storm okay, and maybe take a sniper out with me. So we're going to see. What are you guys going to activate first?
Ich würde sagen, fangen wir den Stormtrooper an, weil wenn sie eine stirbt, macht nichts.
Ja.
Stormtroopers?
Stormtroopers go first.
All right. Luke is behind hard cover, so he's got cover 2, and only 2 Stormtroopers can see him, so 2 white dice here. Looking for a crit. He has a hit, so that will give him a suppression token, but that is all.
Okay.
All right, where do you want to go next? Snipers?
Snipers. Yes. So this is I can make them all together, isn't it? Or I have to make it separate.
Yeah.
No, you have to do it separate for sure. And then Luke will have cover 1 at this point. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Michael, but I think the barricade's going to be blocking part of his base.
Yeah, that's sharpshooter 1. So
Yeah. So the first one going at Luke.
yes.
You have to roll 4 black dice because the other.
The first.
Yeah, it's 2 separate units, so it's going to be...
But the dude with the holdout blaster can shoot.
Oh, yeah, so roll 2 more dice. Good call.
Good call.
So right now he's got 1 hit, and 1 hit only, so that's going to be a second suppression token for Luke. Luke, of course, still has his dodge token, so the last unit of snipers, 4 dice. You got a crit and 2 hits. I will cancel 1 with the cover. I will cancel 1 with the dodge token. And then I will go ahead and take that 1 with the red dice. Now, it's important to note, the sniper rifles themselves have high velocity. I could not normally use a dodge token for that, but because you're also shooting the holdout blasters, that's why I get to roll this dice. Surgeon on defense. Blocks it. Immune pierce means no damage. That risk paid off. Okay, Luke's there with his 3 suppression tokens, having eaten up all of that. And now a unit of Stormtroopers over there are just going to go to standby.
Yes.
Okay. So that brings us to round 2. We're going to clean up the battle board here, remove a suppression token from everybody, including you Wookiees, because I was worried about you, and see what cards we draw. So stick with us. Round 2 is a scoring round, so I'm just going to start stacking up the victory points. I've chosen a reckless diversion.
And we have chosen coordinated fire.
Okay. I like it. Let's go. The rebels have placed orders on Han Solo, as I must, and this unit of brave troopers there who are going to take it for the team behind that barricade. So with that, I should have most of the range 3 sorted out to include those snipers, which are in range 3. Of course, over here will be another story. All right, and the Imperials have placed their 3 tokens on some 3 trooper units. So we will go straight to the rebels' turn, where I will go to my stack.
Yeah.
The rebels have pulled a support token, so I'm activating this one on the left. He has taken an aim action, and then he is within range 3 of that sniper team on the left who's looking the wrong way. So let's see if I can do some serious damage to him. Okay, I'm going to be generous and give you guys cover 2 for this one. So that's a red and 2 black. It was in question because of the way he sits up in the saddle, but I think the lip of the bunker does hide your base a little bit, so we're going to give it to you. Hopefully get some crits here. So far we got 1 crit. I'm going to reroll 2 dice with the aim token. For no more, so you're going to have to take 1 save with your scouts with white armor.
Wieso das machen? Okay. Bestellung, besser würfeln, das ist ganz klar.
And 1 dead scout. Hooray.
This unit of Stormtroopers, they will aim and shoot at the Wookiee warriors.
Okay. After they get done with their aim token, do you know where that's going to go as far as passing it? We'll talk about that next. The Wookiees, of course, have cover 1 and terrible defense dice. So you guys are looking at 4 regular guys.
Yes, and the DLT.
And a DLT.
Why do they have cover?
Because they have 3 suppression on them, Michael.
Okay. Of course they.
That's a good question. Good question.
Could be more.
It will be more as long as you get 1 hit. Of
Man muss alles zusammen.
course, you got an aim token that you can spend to reroll up to 3 of those as they are precise.
Whoa.
So we got 2 hits so far. You'll spend the aim, no doubt.
No.
Yep.
And then that will pass to another unit, and we'll cover that when we come back. Okay. So I get to cancel 1 because of cover. So roll a shield. Yes. I'll just take a suppression.
Weil die bleiben stehen und die werden schießen, also. Ja.
Alright, so the aim token is passed to that trooper unit, so they are going to start stacking those up unless I can do something to intervene, so we're going to try that next. Luke Skywalker currently has 2 suppression tokens. He is leadership 3, so he's going to get both actions. I have pulled his token, by the way, so the first thing we're going to do is try to roll off some of that suppression. We'll roll off one of them. That is perfect. After that, what Luke's going to do is he is going to double move. Unfortunately, I don't quite have enough to get on top of the old bunker there. But if I draw a straight line there, and then he's going to go over the bunker guys.
Scheiße.
And get in contact with these guys. And try to mess them up before they can move those aim tokens to another unit. I'm not going to lie, that was a pretty lucky draw for the Rebellion, so they get their 6 black dice at Pierce 2. It is Surge to hit. It is not as good as Vader's Pierce 3, but that's okay. It's an older lightsaber. Hell, they got 5. 5 hits against the Stormtroopers. So who's rolling for you guys? Simon is going to take this bullet. He's looking for shields, and he got 2, so I'm going to cancel both of those. You guys are going to lose 5 at that point. Way to go, Skywalker. So Skywalker's all done there. There is a leader left, so it didn't completely destroy him, but I did what I need to do. So Imperium's next. So the Empire's pulled a leader token.
So we use Veers. We give 2 aim tokens here and we move that.
Alright, you still got a second
Still
action.
has an action.
No.
With a range 3 gun, so
Is he in range in something? Just see.
he's going to be short of them. He might have line of sight to this guy's gun here, Simon, if you want to check.
Yes, I see him.
I think he does. Okay, so that means you can shoot at them.
So we will do. Yeah, it's the best option.
Okay. Veers gets his 3 white dice. He surges to crit, and he has Pierce 1, so it could be bad. I, of course, have cover 2. You do have Sharpshooter 1, so that's going to bring me down to cover 1, but I will ignore that one. Okay. You will give me a suppression token, though.
Yes. Yeah.
I've pulled a trooper token. I've chosen to activate these guys on the right. They have taken an aim action, and they will be shooting at these Stormtroopers. I got 4 out of the 5 of them in the open, so let's do some damage. Pulling suppression off of guys with a Inspire can be a little tricky. In this case, it's going to allow me to shoot with no cover for those guys. I'll get 6 white dice, 4 black dice, and of course have that aim token. Come on, big roll. It's not bad, but it's not good. So a total of 4 guys, but I do have my aim token. So I'm going to re-roll these 2 black dice here. And get 2 more, so that is good. 6 for the Stormtrooper armor, my friend.
Ich muss erstmal würfeln.
Wir könnten Guard benutzen, ne?
Okay. Muss ich würfeln jetzt?
Warte mal.
Wait, we have to wait a bit. Yeah.
So the discussion right now is whether to use the guard ability that is on the Imperial Guard. So I think they're going to do that.
Yeah, we do it.
What are they? Guard
2.
2.
You can take 2 of the hits and let the guard roll for them.
Okay. So you need to take 4 hits on the Stormtroopers still.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for them.
4 on the Stormtroopers.
And they save none. And that's the medical droid. And then 2 for the Imperial Guard.
That sucks.
That sucks, yeah.
The Guard make both of theirs. Alright, and they'll take a suppression token, so really good turn for those rebel troopers there with some fire support. Alright, the Germans, I mean the Imperials, have pulled a Special Forces token, and they're activating the Royal Guard. Looks like they're going to be coming around the corner to tussle with my rebel troopers.
Yes, they do.
They'll be barbecue spare ribs.
I don't think so. I mean, the Royal Guard are okay here, but they are not great.
We will see.
Yeah, we will see.
Okay, so the Palpatine.
Okay, they're a little tougher than I thought. They're going to be rolling 3 red and 5 black dice. So hopefully my rebel saves kick in, question mark. No aim token or nothing crazy like that. They do not surge to hit though.
They do not search.
Go ahead and roll her up. You do have a total of 5 though.
Not that bad.
Of course, this is a rebel save, so I need something with paint on it. I make 3, so 2 will die. I'll take that trade. All right, so we ended here legally with a trooper in base contact with a trooper where we could, so no suppression or anything like that, and took 2 away. So I'm going to go to my stack and see what I draw next. All right, I've pulled the trooper token. I'm going to go ahead and activate the guys who just got hit. They are currently out of range 1 for that objective there, so I'm going to first see if they rally. They do not. What they're going to do is they're going to make a range 1 move towards the objective, depending on Han Solo's reckless diversion, to hopefully save him. And that, of course, will open up the Royal Guard to some fire from others.
Dann C, weil ich glaube, dann ist das nächste, was du hast, ist das, ne?
The Germans are commenting how much they love the Han Solo card right now. They absolutely love it. They don't think it's annoying at all.
Wait.
All right, Michael, what you gonna do?
We will activate Palpatine next.
Okay.
First, he will use Force Push
Okay.
to pull this unit that you just moved.
So you'll move them with a range 1
Yeah.
Towards us.
towards you.
Correct.
Okay.
Like this.
I like where you're going here. I have not considered this possibility. So
Okay.
that is a non-action action.
And next, he will aim and shoot some lightnings at him.
Okay, now I will have cover 1, thankfully. Do you have sharpshooter on Palpatine? I don't believe you do.
No, I don't think so.
All right, so we're going to figure that out and come back with the dice. All right, my rebels are about to eat a lightning storm. I did not figure on this happening. This is a good play by you guys. Double rainbow is going to be 4 hits.
Okay, he has an aim token. He will use it to reroll this 1 die.
You couldn't just... Wow. I'll cancel 1 because of my cover. And it is pierced as well, right?
It's PS2?
Yes.
So I got to roll 5 saves here for my leader to survive. That's possible, but not probable. And in this case, it is not. All right, the rebels have pulled a
kann drauf schießen.
special forces token. They're going to go ahead and take an aim action, and they're going to fire at that unit of snipers down there in light cover. Okay, Szymon and Michael have pointed out rightly that they, of course, have low profile, so they will have cover 2, to which I counter, I have sharpshooter 1 to bring it back down to 1. So I get 5 black and 1 white, and of course I have an aim token. So let's get a decent roll here, boys, and take care of one of their activations. So far 2. I'll use the aim token to reroll 2. This could be big, and it is. Okay, so you guys will cancel 1, Szymon, which means you gotta roll 3 dice at Pierce 1.
Nope.
All right, so that's one of their activations gone. We're trading activations. I like it. With that attack, the rebel left flank is pretty much secured. All they have left over on their side is that unit of stormtroopers and that officer who's tussling with Luke. You guys have pulled a trooper token.
Yes.
Okay.
We're moving in front a bit.
They want to make sure they can secure this objective.
Yes, just slightly.
And then if they're going to want to shoot Han, you're going to want to make sure you keep line of sight to Han, of course. Okay.
Or they will shoot this one. But it's out of range.
Or they can shoot.
Oh, they could shoot this one.
Or they can shoot that one, yep.
It's better than you can stay in cover.
I will shoot it. We will shoot that one, yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, then P-rolls are getting 5 white and 2 red for the DLT 19, and they will be shooting at the rebel troopers in heavy cover because of the barricade. So, let's see what they can do here. They do pretty well with 3 hits. I, of course, will cancel 2 of them because of cover. So I gotta save 1 here, which I do not. So I'll lose 1 and take a suppression on those guys. The rebels have pulled an ATRT, so I've moved him up near the objective, even though he can't score it, and I will be shooting at the sniper, who is 1 man down. Okay? So with the laser ATRT, I'm going to get 1 red and 2 black. Surge to crit. You, of course, have cover 2. I do have 1 crit, which is going to force you to make 1 armor save. No big deal. White dice. What could possibly go wrong?
Nope.
All right. Second sniper unit off the board.
Alle könnten auf Hahn schießen auf den Trupp da drin.
The Imperials have pulled a trooper token. So Simon?
We aim and shoot.
Who will you be shooting at?
At Han.
Okay, that makes sense.
was machen bei den Scheißdingen.
Okay, so this is their. They have 2 aim tokens now, huh?
Yes.
All right, General Veer's doing his job. So you got DLT 19 plus 5.
White ones.
Versus Han Solo.
Also ich kann beide Aim-Token nutzen und trotzdem gehen die weiter.
Ja.
Okay.
So it's a good roll to start with 4 hits right off the bat. As a matter of fact, 3 of them are crits.
So 1 Aim-Token is gone.
Yep. It's not gone. It'll be passed to somebody else. And roll again. All right, so 6, very good. I'm going to be passing 3 off to the Wookiee Chewbacca and his Guardian. So we'll roll those first. Chewie takes 3 wounds.
Nice.
Now Han Solo is going to take his 3. He is out of cover, unfortunately. He has made 2, and he has Uncanny Luck, so can reroll that one. But he'll take 1 damage and a suppression token. Not bad, guys, not bad. Well, the Empire is playing past the aim token game over on their side. I have pulled a Special Forces unit, and I'm going to activate these guys right here, guys. Their first action is going to be to take an aim of their own, and then they got clear line of sight to those Royal Guard. So get ready to make some saves.
Okay.
I love it that it's your model, so it's your...
Oh, we share the army.
Arguing about who's going to have to defend from these snipers who get 5 black and 1 white with an aim token. That's a solid start with 4 hits, guys.
1 crit.
Crits don't matter because you have no cover. I'll spend the aim to reroll 2. Oh, it could have been big. Now, Michael, it is at Pierce 1, and your staff only lets you ignore Pierce in close combat.
Yes.
So let's see what we get.
And a save 3.
I will cancel 1, of course, with the Pierce 1. So 1 Royal Guardsman down and take a suppression token. All right, the Imperials have drawn a trooper unit. So they are pulling an aim token, and they will be shooting this unit of rebels down here.
Yes.
All right, this could be bad for them. Take it for the team.
These rebels.
Yep, okay, Simon, I'll get your aim tokens ready for you. How many do you have? 4?
4.
Okay. 5 white and 2 red.
Everything at the rebels. At this one.
Yeah, rerolls all day. Oh, so you got 5 hits so far. Now you could re-roll some of those if you're looking for crits, because right now, of course, I have heavy cover and we'll be canceling 2. Or you can keep what you got.
You could reroll all the white.
Yes, reroll.
Get more crits.
You can only re-roll 3 at a time, so let's start here with these 3 if you want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to put these over to the side right here. Okay, let's do that again. Glad you guys think this is funny. Okay, 2 crits there. This, of course, was a surge.
And now these 3.
You want to do those 3 next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sollen wir das machen oder sollen wir sie lassen?
Do it.
Do it.
You'll still have 1 more after this.
And I will use it.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, so I will cancel 1, but I am taking 3 crits with my Rebel armor. And they're a little bit too far away from Chewbacca. But I will make 2. So I'll take a suppression token and lose a trooper. Coordinated fire is a fun card. I don't think it's nearly as broken as some people have believed it to be. Because right now, while they are stacked up with 4 aim tokens, and will probably take a 5th. Actually, they'll probably move so they can get more guys in sight. They haven't killed a whole lot, so Rather than taking Chewie down 3 wounds.
I think
okay with
it works so good because we play Grand Army and we have a lot more troop units than you normally have.
Exactly.
It does help, yeah, absolutely, I agree. Okay, so even with Luke Skywalker intervening here on the left, you've managed to build up quite the stack of aim tokens.
Imagine you use that on Death Troopers.
Yeah.
Stop. Rebels have pulled a trooper token, so I'm going to go ahead and activate these troopers right here. What they're going to do is shoot at the royal guard and then probably make a move. All right, so I'm looking at 4 black and 6 white. You guys have cover 1 because of the suppression token. I have gotten 2 hits. 2 hits. That is terrible.
Who says Stormtroopers ain't there?
Well, the Uzi, you know. So only one will go through, and that is the crit. So you will roll 1 dice on your side. Feel free to fail that. They have, so they will at least take a wound and a suppression token.
No reroll once?
No reroll, nothing.
Oh my god.
Second action for these rebels is going to be to move up and make sure we can secure the objective.
Dann schießen wir auf die anderen.
That's right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so with that, we are all done. Let's see what the Empire draws next. So they pulled the troop token. What do you guys want to do?
Da können viele nicht schießen, weil sie nichts sehen.
Okay. Ja, dann laufen wir.
Ja.
Ein bisschen vor. Okay, we move a bit.
Okay.
And then we shoot.
That makes sense
Okay,
to me.
let's see. We should get in scoring position. Yeah, like this.
Yep, if you can, you're going to want to score.
Yeah, we.
Use your movement tool there.
It's.
Okay, it's plenty of room. Gotcha.
It's a
Okay.
lot less.
Okay, gotcha.
Behind.
Hugging
the wall.
I just love the idea on Death Troopers. This coordinated firepower. Oh, that would be awesome.
Of course, it's only trooper units, not death trooper units, that can pass these aim tokens. So they're going to shoot at this rebel trooper unit here?
Yes.
Okay.
They have to, yeah.
They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The move, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, you had to move.
5. Wait.
4 white, 2 red.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad counterplay with Solo's card Reckless Diversion, because I'm making you...
Perfect timing again.
Yeah, I mean, this is always what you do, because in the first round he was saved by the range.
Uh-huh.
And the second round you could use that one.
Yeah.
But next round he doesn't have anything left in his sleeve.
Yes.
Doesn't he? All right, so go ahead and start rolling, Simon. Let me know when you're done.
Okay, I will keep that.
You might as well keep the 2 for right now, and then you can decide later as you re-roll. Okay, do it again. All right, so now you're up to 4 hits. So now is when you're going to have to start deciding whether you want to re-roll one of those or not. Right now, 2 would go through, of course, with the heavy cover.
Let's try it.
Okay. There's a crit. So now you're up to very good, and you got 1 more aim token.
Yeah, I'm losing that one too.
Gotcha.
On 3 dice, yeah?
If you want to.
Yeah, we roll the red one.
Whoa. You guys have talked yourselves down into 2 hits, my friends. So I'll block 2 because of the cover.
But that was a crit.
That was not a crit.
1 was a crit, yes.
We go look. With all the rerolling, it does get a little confusing, but as you saw on the videotape that we just reviewed, it is just 2 hits at this point after I canceled the 2 because of cover. So 2 dice, 2 dead. Well done. Still got 1 left.
And
The rebels have pulled a Chewbacca, and he has taken an aim token to give his good buddy Han Solo an aim token. And now he is going to go ahead and fire at the Royal Guard. So, now witness the full power of the bowcaster with the aim token. Chewie picking up his 2 red and 2 white. You do have cover 1 because of the suppression, guys. I have rolled 3 hits. I will go ahead and re-roll this one using the aim token to make it 4. You'll cancel 1, and this is at Pierce 1.
Let's save the rest of them.
All right,
Not
so you
exactly.
3 wounds. So that's going to be 2 dead Royal Guardsmen after the one that's wounded is taken off. Way to go, Chewie. Empire has drawn a special forces, and they are loaded down with lots and lots of aim tokens. So that's going to free them up to go ahead and move up to the objective. And that'll be their second unit in range. Of course, my AT-RT doesn't count, so it looks like they're going to have a good chance to score that. So what are they going to do for their second action? Stand by, dodge.
Oh, shoot.
Shoot! What are they shooting at?
It's obviously they have to unfortunately shoot at this lone rebel trooper, but
They could also shoot at Han if Han's in range 3.
Oh, no, they will
But it looks like he might be a little bit out of
they will
range
shoot
3.
at this guy.
Okay,
yeah.
try to take the activation off. I like it.
Then the rerolls are a lot better.
Yeah, let's.
Four black dice.
So 4 black dice. All you need is he is in the open right now. Of course, he has a suppression token, which gives him cover 1.
But we have PS1.
You have sharpshooter 1, pierce 1, and 4 aim tokens. So just roll a hit.
I think we got this one.
I think it's pretty sure.
You always make him roll, and so 1 hit will be 1 kill because it's a pierce 1. I'm not going to give you the pleasure. No.
Yeah, then he is okay.
All right, so those troopers are gone as I felt they would be, but so too is the big pile of aim tokens. So I have pooled the Wookiees over here who have 4 suppression. It's critical that I get rid of one of these at least. I get to roll 4 red dice, and I got rid of 1. So I am going to go ahead and, for my first and only action, guys, recover with them to take all the suppression off from given to your anger. So it will go to your turn next. Okay, the Imperials have pulled a Special Forces token. They're going to aim and shoot at Captain Solo. Now you will want to check Simon to see if I accidentally move these guys into range 2 of them. I think it's going to be a little bit far for that.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, sniper rifle to Solo. I can't dodge that one. Must feel weird not rolling like a bazillion dice. Now Solo does have a dodge token. Not a dodge token. He does not have a dodge token. What he has is a suppression token and low profile. So he has cover 2. Of course, you have sharpshooter 1. So I will block one of these. Hopefully,
I just have to have crits.
that's all you need. You got 1 hit so far,
and
you'll want to reroll that because you do not surge to hit.
No.
Okay, so Solo will just take a second suppression token. Okay, it's come time to activate Captain Solo. Let's see if he can get rid of any of his suppression. No, so that's going to leave him with 1 action.
Nice.
So what he's going to do is he's going to use his gunslinger rule to shoot at the Royal Guard and that Stormtrooper back there. We'll double check, make sure he's in range, but he was in range last round, so I feel pretty good. Okay, we've confirmed he's in range of that lone Stormtrooper. I have 2 red dice here. I'm going to go after the Imperial Guard first. You, of course, have cover 1, but I'll get rid of that with sharpshooter 1. So 2 hits will be 2 pierce and 1 dead guy. I will use the aim token to assure the destruction of that guy, which I will. So he is gone. Now the other guy has cover 2, so I need either 2 hits here or a crit in order to take care of him. I only got 1 hit, so he just takes the second suppression token. Not good, Solo, not good. All right, so that finishes Solo off there. We're going to see if he gets rid of any suppression here.
he will get
2 white dice. I haven't been rolling hot. Maybe you will. Yes, he removes 1, but he still only has 1 action, Simon.
So he just shoots.
All right, so let's go see what happens there. Who's he shooting at, buddy?
The rebels here.
Okay, rebels in the open. That Imperial Trooper has a fragmentation grenade, which will seriously increase his chances of doing some damage here. So it's 1 red dice, Simon.
And no cover, nothing. So let's go. Yep.
He hits. Let's see if I can defend it. Nope, so I'll take a suppression and lose a trooper. Solo not moving up to secure the objective really screwed up my plan. So my last unit is going to be these troopers over here. They are going to go ahead and shoot at the Stormtrooper, who just took out one of their friends. So we'll see if we can't get that done. It's going to be 2 red and 8 white. He has cover 2. That's not going to matter because I got a crit and it's pierce, guys. So that guy will be dead, and that will end the turn. So we'll take a look and count up the points.
Not really, we have here still 1 guy who's Ken.
Yeah, okay.
Hit
So
back.
we got 1 guy facing
With
off
an
against
8
Luke.
token.
All right, so that trooper unit is now done, and they reminded me they still have this trooper over here. So let's go ahead and give them a whirl.
Okay, so
What's
there's
there?
black dice.
Is he going to aim and hit?
Yes, aim and hit. Why
Right.
not? Why
Okay.
not?
All right. Let's go ahead and roll here. He has hit Luke.
He can't remove anything. Yes.
No. So it's just a straight up 50-50 chance here. Luke has made the save, guys. Okay, with that, my Wookiees and Commandos control this objective here. Your Stormtroopers and Snipers control that objective there for 1 point for you. I got 1 unit within range here. You guys have at least 2. Palpatine is like right on the edge. So at the end of turn 2, the score is 2-1 favor the Imperials.
We're doomed.
Going into round 3, I have chosen Notorious Scoundrels.
And we have chosen, and now you will die.
Clever play. Let's see how much damage the Emperor can do. By the way, the card that we'll be getting back, your guys' favorite, Reckless Diversion. Thank you, Chewbacca. The Imperials will, of course, order the Emperor, while I get to order Han and Chewie. And as I said outside just a minute ago, your overconfidence will be your downfall. Simon?
It won't happen.
Let's see about that.
And your confidence in your friends will be yours. Come on, guys. All right, so what are you going to do with the old Emperor here?
You will move, of course.
Of course.
And wait, I just checked the check on the card. Let's check some ranges from here. He will have to move 2 times.
All right. Come on, Emperor.
So,
Does he have hatred equipped, Michael?
yes, he does. Anger, I think, is it? Right?
Anger, yes.
Yeah. Okay, second move will be covered.
All right. So now he is going to start taking wounds and dishing out Force Lightning.
Correct.
After some discussion, we've decided who we're attacking. Who will we be
We
attacking?
take our first wound and we will attack the rebel troopers right in front of him.
Okay. This, of course, also gives them an immobilization token. So he has done 4 at Pierce 2. I will lose 4 troopers, which is all of them.
That turned out great. Okay.
So he gains an aim token,
Correct.
and he'll take a second wound. Now who's he going for?
The Fleet Troopers.
Yeah.
Okay. Not as good, but he does have his aim.
We-
He does surge to
We
crit.
do use the aim token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to reroll 2 of those now
Oh yeah, of course.
for 5. That might be all 5 of the Fleet Troopers. Yes.
That's some crazy luck for us.
2 for 2.
Okay.
Take another.
We will take another one, of course.
And an aim token.
And a name token. I gotcha. Now what's his target?
Now he will go for
Han.
how about Chewie? Chewie only had Chewie still has 6 wounds left.
Yeah, so first, and how many has Han?
Han has 5 wounds left.
Okay, we will go for Han.
And they both have cover 2 at this point.
Yeah. This will be the final attack.
Ja.
The other one.
Nee, du kannst noch zweimal schießen mit ihm auf die gleiche Einheit.
He can't make another one. Well, he could make another one.
Yes, he could make
No,
another.
he can't kill himself.
Yeah, but he has 5 wounds, and you've
Yeah.
only taken 3.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who are we going after?
We go for Han.
Okay. All right, so we got 3 crits and a hit,
We will use the aim token.
of course, for 4 crits and a hit. I will go ahead and take 1 on Chewie. I assume you don't want to use the pierce on that one.
No.
No.
Okay, so that's Chewie's 4th wound. Han, it's pierce 2, we said, has made 3, and with uncanny luck, he gets to reroll 1 of these. But no, so you'll cancel 2, which means Hans takes 3 wounds and Chewie takes 1, and of course Han gets a suppression and a immobilization token.
Shall we do it again?
Yeah. He's cleaning up.
All right, you gotta do 2 more wounds to Han in order to kill him.
Yeah. You will take 1 more wound, get 1 more aim token. One more attack against him. And he will reroll these 2. Oh.
I'm gonna
4 more crits and 2 hits.
I'm gonna take all 6 against Han. So with the Pierce 2, Han will be dead, and the Emperor will be on 1 wound.
Yeah.
And you have enraged the Wookiee. The Rebel right flank is suddenly very, very empty. Just a very upset Chewbacca and some Rebel troopers versus quite a bit of the Imperial Army. So we're going to go to my stack and see what I pull next. The Rebels have pulled a Special Forces token, so it's going to be these guys on the left. They're going to go ahead and take an aim token and then shoot at those Stormtroopers over there that are within range 3. You guys have light cover. I obviously am going to negate that with my Sharpshooter 1. I do have an aim token, so let's make sure we don't forget that. And so far we got 2 hits. So let's reroll 2 of those for 3 hits at Pierce 1, guys. I will cancel that one, so you'll lose 3 Stormtroopers and take a suppression token. See, I can kill guys too, just not as efficiently as the Emperor. Empire has pulled a leader token.
Yes, we are.
Spotter 2 for those 2 units, and second action?
And he's shooting at...
The ATRT.
Yes.
Very good. Alright, it is armored, so you will need crits here. The good news for you is you surged to crit. So 3 dice.
Yes.
We do got 1 crit at Pierce 1, so I'll take 1 damage on the ATRT. Pull the trooper token, so the only troopers I got left thanks to that guy is these guys. So what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and shoot at the Emperor, and then they're going to take a move action. Alright, so we got 6 white, 4 black.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get a good roll here. It's been hit or miss, as it normally is with these guys. So it's going to end up with your heavy cover being 2 crits that go through, it looks like. Yes, because I do not surge to hit. So you'll block 2 with the cover and take 2 crits. Of course, you are red, surge to defense with the Emperor.
Let's see if he will survive 1 more round.
He does.
He does, yeah.
Taking their suppression, and that's in addition to the 4 he took for doing the Force Lightning. Alright, so after their activation and their inability to kill the Emperor, they have moved up behind this bunker here.
So what we're doing, we are taking another aim token
Okay.
and shooting whatever we have at the ATRT.
Okay, that should be quite a bit.
It's going to crit on a DLT, yes?
Yes. And you have 2 aim tokens. So far you got 1 crit and 1 hit.
Okay.
You'll want to keep those.
Yes.
Reroll 3 dice. And reroll 3 dice. So only one of these is going to flip to a crit.
Yep.
So you got 2 crits at this point. Against the ATRT, I need a shield here. Surge not doing it for me, so I'll take 2 more wounds on him. Alright, the ATRT with his 3 wounds drew his token, so he is going to go ahead and he has moved into melee with those Stormtroopers and we'll be throwing some dice at him. Of course, the ATRT can't have them engaged in melee, so they can move out of it. But it will time up for a little bit, and I get 3 red dice out of it for 3 hits, guys.
Okay.
So you'll need to make some Stormtrooper saves.
I'm hoping to make them finally today.
2 out of 3.
Oh, nice.
All right.
So they're not at the ATRT.
All right, they drew a trooper token, and your choice is going to be to
Aim and shoot.
at the ATRT. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, after discussion, if you're in base contact with them, you can't use your ranged weapon. So what they opted to do instead of aim and shoot is they moved out of base contact with them and will now shoot. It's not a disengage action because it was against the vehicle. So we got 2 red and 3 white coming at the ATRT. 1 of those will flip to a crit. Roll my defense die. It would be nice. No. So that's going to be its 4th wound, and I'll have to roll another die to see what happens to it. All right, reach the resiliency level. You roll a red die. I've rolled a blank, and a blank is disabled. So a unit that is disabled cannot reverse and must spend 2 actions to perform a single move. Okay. The rebels have pulled a Special Forces token. There it is. And I'm going to activate these guys who are going to aim and fire at that sniper team up there. Try to get rid of that activation before it goes. After cover goes up and cover goes down, it will be cover 1 for those Imperials. I, of course, get 5 black, 1 white, and an aim token. A couple crits would be nice. Lots of hits would be nice. Let's do something. So I got 4 hits. That is brilliant. I will use the aim token. Or to re-roll 2 of those for another. You guys will cancel 1 due to cover 1 and have to save 4 times against Pierce 1 on white dice. Feel my pain, boys. I'm playing it all game. The grumbling of Imperials. You gotta save all 4? No. You save 2. So that will take care of those snipers. Okay, that was a unit that was controlling that objective, so it's doubly good for the rebels at this point. You guys have pulled a trooper, so we'll go ahead and talk about that for a second. Simon, what you doing over there?
I'm trying to figure out if it's for grenade range. Nope.
Okay, and you'd have to do it from the unit leader, of course.
No.
So it's even further back. That is my Imperial Army officer. As you can see, he is wearing his grays.
So
you could just put the Stormtrooper away.
Yeah, just move him out of the way. Do your fancy maneuvering around the barricade.
Yes.
They do have an aim token, and their second action is going to be
shooting at
the ATRT. Okay, that makes sense. DLTs are super for just whittling down things with armor like the good old ATRT. I will say it's been doing okay so far. Let's see if we can survive a little bit longer. It would be nice. So far, you got 4 hits. You'll want to reroll 3 of those dice. No crits as of yet. Oh, there's a crit. So you get to switch that one to a crit. Unless I save one of these with a shield, that will be the end of the ATRT. And I do not. So there goes the ATRT.
What is an ATRT?
Pulled a token for my second ATRT. What it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and move up here. Moving everything along with it. And once he's there, he's going to have those Stormtroopers in the open and fire at them. So, good luck. It's going to be 1 red and 2 black for 2 hits against your Stormtroopers, guys. Try again, Simon. For none. Hooray. That's a good thing. All right, Simon, what you got?
We are activating Special Forces. We are aiming and shooting at Chewbacca.
All right, Chewbacca enjoys heavy cover, which you'll make light. Bring it on, you Imperials. 1 hit. Rerolling 1.
For
no crit. So I'll cancel this one, and Chewie will take the pierce. Take his 5th wound.
Take this, Rebels, go.
Using the unhindered keyword, the Wookiees have moved forward. There are 2, and will now be shooting at those 2 surviving Stormtroopers right there with their guns. They do have heavy cover. I do have 1 red, 3 black, and 4 white. Let's see what we can do. From the Wookiees finally getting in the action. They do surge to hit. So 1's going to go through at Pierce 1 and kill that DLT. No rolls required, Michael. Thank you for getting up. All right, Simon, you guys have pulled the trooper unit.
Yeah, we are activating by moving him over
Okay.
here. Like this.
Okay.
He's nice and barricade. And then we shoot whatever we got on Chewie.
Okay, who is also behind a barricade, so looking for some good rolls. All right, so you get your 5 white.
5 white and a DLT.
2 red.
No aim tokens, but
Well, nothing too crazy here, Simon. Nothing too crazy.
we'll see. 2 crits?
Oh, that was really good.
2 hits, 2 crits.
So I'll block these 2, which means 3 go through. Chewie, of course, already has 5 wounds against him. This could be ugly. Let's get some shields. No. So he's now had 1 wound remaining. That was a great roll. Laugh it up, Fuzzball.
Chewie will be make it recorded.
I am recording. What do you want?
I actually have this as a...
Yeah, Chewie will be a carpet for the Emperor's throne, which will do.
Yeah, well, right now, Chewie's going after the Emperor. Look, guys, he's got 2 moves at this point. He didn't gain a suppression because he is enraged, of course, so he cannot gain suppression. He has unhindered, so he's going to jump over here and do a double move into Emperor Palpatine. In a last act of revenge for his good friend, Han Solo, here comes the Wookiee. So, what does an enraged Wookiee look like, you ask? Well, he throws 4 red dice for 2 hits. And that ain't pretty. So, Simon, 2 red dice.
We're not immune to Pierce, yes.
You are immune to Pierce. I don't have Pierce.
Okay.
So, like, doubly bad. So, and you also surge on defense.
He makes it.
Michael, it's your model. Come over here and roll 2 red dice.
No, I'm fine.
Blast, that really hurts.
And wait, we can strike back, isn't it?
No.
What game you playing?
It's not 40k.
It really hurts when the Empire saves are on, and they are definitely on right now. Okay. So you guys still have 1 trooper before you go to your cards. You still have 1 trooper, correct?
Yep.
What's your plans for that trooper?
Das sind doch, warte mal, geht er hier rein? No.
Trooper is engaged with Luke, of course.
We have 2 troopers.
You have 2
actually.
troopers, okay.
This one and this one.
Gotcha.
I think we will start with this one.
Yeah.
Or maybe this one. You can slap Luke 1 time before he activates.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And his first action?
He will aim and punch.
All right.
It will.
Okay. So we got aim and attack action from the rebel officer.
It's a crit!
Rebel officer. It's a shield. Having survived that close call, what Luke Skywalker is going to do, because this is activation, so I'm going to force push him out of my way. At which point I'm going to run around this bunker and attack those stormtroopers there. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a second. All right, Luke has made his charge, and now he's going to be attacking the 4 stormtroopers here. 6 black dice. He gets 6 hits, guys, at Pierce 2.
So we shouldn't roll for that one, actually.
Well, you could roll 5 blocks. The way you guys roll against me consistently, well, not so much Michael, more you, Simon, I think it would probably be okay. So they are dead. Essentially, I canceled those 2, which means they blocked 1 and 5 went through, and they had 4 guys left. All right, so that ends Luke's turn. We'll show you what that looks like real quick. After Luke ends his charge and those stormtroopers are dead, he ended up force pushing this rebel officer towards the group of rampaging Wookiees. So he has been a hero of the Empire. We'll see if he can continue to do well. All right, you guys have 1 guy left.
We have a fine guy left.
You have 2 suppression.
Now we roll if we can get rid of some of this.
2 white dice.
Getting rid of both.
Get rid of both. 2 actions, Michael.
He will
Aim and shoot.
Who is he shooting at?
He's not in range for that one.
No. He will.
Commanders have cover and this low profile, so it doesn't help. So
Wookiees?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So you get 1 white die here, Simon. You also have an aim token, of course. Going against my Wookiees. Nothing. Use that aim token. I got a crit. Let's see if I can roll a shield. Nope, I haven't rolled very many tonight. All right, so 1 wound to a Wookiee. So at the end of turn 3, the Imperials still control the right side of the board with some rebel troopers hiding down here. Wookiee and the Emperor are engaged in a fist fight to the death. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to win. bunch of troopers, but of course I have Luke Skywalker here who will be helping me out. And then ATRT in the center, some snipers. The Wookiees have this objective on the left with those guys. 2 guys survive here for the Imperial side though, so it's not all for naught. All right, so we're going to clean up the board and come back with turn 4 cards.
Ready? Aim! And fire!
We go back to the battle board, and as you can see, it is turn 4. The score is Imperial 2, Rebels 1. And this battle board is provided to us by Max, who makes frequent appearances on the channel. He has Wasabi War Games and also Woodpecker Games on Facebook. So check out the link below if you like the terrain or if you like the battle board. I have picked my allies, the Force.
And we have picked a whole legion.
An entire legion. That is a surprise. Okay, I thought for sure we were going to go with maximum firepower. All right, we're gonna let that fly. Luke Skywalker is going to order himself and gain a dodge token. And then I'm going to order this unit of special forces on the bridge and gain them a dodge token. You guys, of course, everyone in range 3 of Palp is going to be everyone except for those 2 trooper units, I presume, eh?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that means I get to start with good old Luke Skywalker. And what he is going to do, guys, is he is going to recover to get force pushback. And he's going to charge into your Stormtroopers. I don't want to jinx him, but Luke is due up for a bad roll here. So with his 6 black, I get 6 Stormtroopers. We got 3 at Pierce 2, Simon.
So I have to make 6 rolls.
I'm not sure this was the right play all of a sudden. At Pierce 2, so you'll lose 3 Stormtroopers. All right, so that will be that for them. Michael, you guys are going to activate?
We will activate Palpatine.
Okay, his first action?
He will, firstly he will see if he get rid of some of his...
He has 5 right now.
Yeah.
Of course, he has leadership 4.
No, he should have...
He should have 4. So you guys...
4 because 1 should have been removed at the end of the game.
Suspect. All right, go ahead and roll your 4.
No, I forgot to remove it.
I know. And he'll remove another 2.
Okay.
So he gets both actions.
Yeah.
His first action?
He could pull the strings on some of the Stormtrooper units, no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first he will of course attack Chewbacca.
Okay. All
All
right.
Second shoot action. Okay.
So this will be the end of Chewbacca, I fear. Yes. Okay. 1 dead Wookiee. All right, with the second action, they're going to go ahead and pull the strings. They're going to pull the strings on who is the question.
So
We could just give them a move action to move away so they
You can't get a move action. That would be a standard move for them.
Yeah, okay. Then we give an attack action to someone.
I think to these guys shooting at that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shooting at the ATRT.
Nope. At the rebels. No.
All right. After checking range, you guys have decided to do what?
Shooting everything what we got at the ATRT.
Okay. Okay, so we got 3 white and 2 red. ATRT. You got 1 crit, and you can change one of these to a crit.
Yes, so 2 crits.
2 crits. Come on, just roll 1 shield. No. 2 wounds to the ATRT. Nicely done. Nicely done. Pull a special forces token. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move the Wookiees up 2. They also got rid of their suppression token. I was giving you guys trouble about that. So the Wookiees come up 2. And then they're going to shoot at the lone surviving hero of the Imperium officer. This is possibly overkill on my part, but I really want this officer dead. So 1 red, 3 black, 4 white. At Pierce 1. He is very dead. All right, gentlemen, what are we going to do?
We move forward.
Okay.
That we get some cover.
Now, if you're going to shoot at the commandos, you're going to want to make sure you keep line of sight. If you shoot at the Wookiees, I think you're going to be fine.
Commandos.
Alright, so... Okay, yeah, they look like they're going to be good. Shooting at the commandos, I'll check line of sight here in just a second. Alright, we took a look. They will get light cover, which will go to heavy cover. Actually, I think it was heavy cover to go with in the first place, but the important thing is they got cover 2 right now with low profile, for sure. They also have their dodge token here. So you're looking for a lot of hits or a crit or 2. We got 3 hits. I will cancel 2 because of cover. And I will cancel 1 with the dodge token that Luke gave him. Woo! Survived. Alright, now on to the Rebels. My commandos have 1 suppression. We're going to activate them and remove the suppression. And they're going to very easily move up to here so that I got line of sight to 3 of those 4 guys. And the rest of the guys are going to pile behind the barricade here in order to make sure we keep our cover. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shoot at those pesky Imperial Stormtroopers. Okay, so no cover, 5 black, 1 white. Oh, dear goodness. Okay, so 5.
4 crits.
Crits won't matter because you're not blocking any of them. It is at Pierce 1 for your 4 guys. So what you got, Simon? Oh, come on. I'll cancel 1, so you lose 2 out of your 4.
Speed 1.
That's correct. So there, think about disengaging from Luke over there, disengaging at 1, and that will be their only action then.
Yep.
Okay, thank goodness Luke has a dodge token. Rebels have pulled their AT-RT. What they're going to do is they're going to aim and shoot at the Stormtroopers who just survived death from the snipers to see if I can't get rid of them. Alright, so I got 2 black, a red, and an aim token here against 2 Stormtroopers who are in the open. But they, of course, are suppressed, so they got cover 1. 2 hits to include 1 crit. I think I'm going to reroll both of those. Oh, so just 1. So that is okay. So 1 dice to you, Simon. So 1 dead, DLT. And a 2nd suppression. Alright, the Imperials have decided they're going to activate...
Der kann hier aimen, ne? Geben 2 Stück.
Ich würde es ihm geben und den.
Okay. He's giving aim tokens to himself and to this unit here.
Okay.
And then with the 2nd action, he's shooting everything that he's got on Luke.
Okay. Michael just said everything he has is 1 E11 blaster.
But it's free white, yes.
3 whites, yep, with a name token. Surge into crit. And he is precise 1, so you get to reroll all 3 of those, Simon.
Yes.
For 1. I'm Pierce immune, so I'll block it.
But suppression.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Luke.
Things I'm not worried about with Luke Skywalker. Number 1, suppression. I have activated these guys over here. They're going to take an aim token. I'm going to use the sniper rifle here in order to shoot that guy here, while my other 4 shots are going to go there. Okay, so see what we can do. So we're going to start with the 4 black against the Stormtrooper. His cover 1's reduced to cover 0 thanks to Sharpshooter 1. I got 1 hit there, so I'm going to use that aim token now. This is the guy I'm more concerned about, to be perfectly honest. So 2 hits, Simon, means 2 saves for you. Nope. Okay, so that Stormtrooper is dead. So then the sniper rifle gets to go into the remaining Imperial officer. Just need 1 hit here. And I do get a crit, and so at Pierce 1, that will go ahead and kill him. So 2 activation swing in favor of the Rebels with that play. Imperials, what you gonna do?
Aim and shoot at Luke.
So that's a double aim shot at Luke. I think Luke will have cover because of the barricade. So cover plus a dodge token. I like my chances. Simon's got his 2 aims ready to go. This is a full squad of Stormtroopers. They are still dangerous, folks. Especially when Simon rolls like that. All right, Simon. So the 3 crits, of course. Yep. So right now, I would be blocking 2, and 1 would be going through. You can decide what you want to do with your aim tokens here. How lucky do you feel? Right now, you already got 4 going through, which is impressive.
I'll reroll the blank one.
The blank, just the blank one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Do it again.
No.
Okay. Cover 2 is going to allow me to cancel these 2. And you will also force me to use my dodge token to cancel that one. So that leaves 3 to defend against. I now have deflect activated, which means I surge to defense. And I block all 3. Luke Skywalker has been my anchor this entire game. By anchor, I mean the thing that's keeping me in place, not weighing me down. So just to clarify here. All right, so my last activation is going to be these rebel troopers here. And what they're going to do is they're going to move out to contest the Emperor and shoot him down like the dog he is, hopefully. The Emperor will get no cover here, except for his suppression will grant him cover 1. So he will get cover, is a really better way to say that. So 6 white dice, 4 black dice.
Wenn er das überlebt und die Grit, dann können wir noch eine 6 Melodie nachbringen.
See what we can do and see if we can kill the Emperor.
Und alles mit allen Vorlauf.
Okay, it's not terrible. We got 4 hits. You will block 1 naturally with your cover 1. Michael, I would suggest you have Simon roll these.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if anybody's gonna survive this, it will be Simon. Whoa! The Emperor goes down. Heroes of the Rebellion. Everyone celebrate. Take the blood off the ground. They are also contesting that objective there right now. So, you guys get to go at this point. I think you just have your snipers left.
And yeah.
Okay.
So we aim and shoot at the rebels there.
And they are wide in the open, so that's a good call. You may kill some rebels here, Simon, but you're not going to stop us from taking that objective. So 2 dice, because they're just out of range 2 for you. And you got 1 hit at this point. A 1 hit at Pierce 1. I will take a rebel away and take a suppression token. Okay, so when we take a look at the end of turn 4, the rebels control all 3 objectives at this point.
No, they're just contesting, because that one, they're in range.
Is he within range 1? You are right. So I control the center and the left, which gives me a 3-2 lead. The Imperials over there have taken a look at it around the board, and you have decided...
For tactical retreat.
For tactical retreat. It has been a fantastic game, guys. Luke Skywalker, I think, proved too much, but we got a lot to talk about in the wrap-up if you guys are up for it. Some new units on the field today to include the Emperor, his Royal Guard, the Wookiees make a first-time appearance on the channel. So let's go have a conversation on how this day went to the Rebellion. All right, welcome back to the War Corgi YouTube network. This is Michael, my good friend Simon, and my new friend Michael. Just done with the game of Star Wars Legion, and I am worn out. But I will say, guys, as a person who does not like to play team games, because I think they drag on and there's so much stuff going on, Legion scales up very well to 1,200 points, and I thought the team aspect was really cool, despite you guys speaking nothing but German.
It was a secret weapon.
It was. I mean, but like the Death Star, not quite powerful enough.
You know, as you already, we talk of camera, there was a specific game, Americans versus Germans, 7th edition, Typhon Siege Tank, stuff like that.
The Germans play for keeps, people. France already knew that, though. Entschuldigen Sie bitte.
Let's start, I would say, discuss about how this worked out.
Well, let's start with Michael, because I want to talk about the new units first. So,
Okay.
Michael, you brought the Emperor and Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Well, first of all, I just got into the game. I'm still trying to find my style of play, and I'm trying out all the units.
I will say, you've come into the game at a time where the options have just exploded for both sides.
There's really a lot of options.
Yep.
And there's no units that are non-viable, at least for the Empire.
Yep.
I really enjoyed it a lot playing this list. I went into this and I thought he's like a one-trick pony, because you got to get him into the face of the enemy and then use this and now you will die, which we actually we pulled it off.
Yeah, you did. You killed a Rebel Fleet unit, you killed a Rebel Trooper unit, you killed a Han Solo, and you wounded a Chewbacca.
Yeah.
And finish him later on off.
Yes.
I didn't make a lot of use of pull the strings, which I should do next time.
And we did forget one rule, which we remembered just as...
That Entourage
Yes.
can also give activation tokens to the Royal Guard, yeah.
Yep.
Forgot about that, but overall I'm very happy with the Palpatine and the Royal Guards. Next time when we play a normal 2-player game with 800 points, I will maybe try another Palpatine list, a real one with 2 guard units. Today it was a really fun game and not so competitive.
No, I thought it was great, especially when you guys were rolling all those saves. Simon, you had 4 Imperial officers in your list today.
That was awesome. I mean,
Those were your new guys.
yes. Why I did it is just I like to have full actions on my on the Stormtroopers. So giving them leadership too. You can take on, I think, 2 suppressions, and you get rid of them quite easily. So you have much. I mean, Stormtroopers are already a very reliable unit.
Absolutely.
And for this 20-point upgrade, you make them much more reliable. And was the key, actually, because my list was like, okay, my part was like, okay, I want to focus on long range. Unfortunately, with the mission draws, this hampered us.
We'll go back to that in just a minute. The other new thing you got to play with today, though, was coordinated fire.
Yeah.
What did you think of that card?
That's a funny card for Imperials.
It's a funny card for Imperials. I think I played around it pretty good by having Han in that one kind of throwaway Rebel Trooper unit, the only ones you shoot at. But you can see the power in that card, especially as you start stacking those AIM tokens up. Certainly not unbeatable, like some people were a little nervous about when we first started playing with Coordinated Fire, but it is a solid 3-pip
It's
card.
it's very solid. You mostly lose your initiative for that one, but you can just stack whatever you want.
Yep.
So it's powerful. I mean, for example, we also were with the other Michael brainstorming. For example, like having a Stormtrooper list, and the last action would be a Death Trooper, which will maybe culminate 6, 7, 8 AIM tokens, and then we'll just...
You know they're precise too as well, so they're re-rolling 4 dice.
Yeah.
when
Exactly.
they're re-rolling.
But as we said before, it is more powerful because we played a Grand Army game. We had more trooper units than you normally would have.
Yep. And you know, it was that powerful even with Luke intervening, because you would start to stack up on your right side when Luke charged in that one unit and essentially stopped the chain token. You just restarted it.
From the left side, yeah.
Yeah.
From the left side, yeah.
Very, very powerful. Now, for my part, I played with the Wookiees. It wasn't my first game with the Wookiees, but I think it was the first time they're on the channel. Fun little unit. They didn't get to mix it up too much because I had secured the left flank so quickly. But they're very mobile with their unhindered. They do some good range damage, and when they need to, they can get in there and attack people. So I thought they are definitely a good addition to what is already some solid choices for the Rebellion.
I mean, they have 3 wounds apiece, so they can also soak up a lot of firepower. I
Yeah.
mean, they have maybe just a white defense die.
Doesn't even surge, but you still have to hit them a lot of times.
Exactly. And this is what's making up for them, I think.
They didn't came a lot into play, I think, this game.
Well, I mean, Michael, you played Given Your Anger the first turn,
yeah.
right?
We did a lot to keep them away from us because they are a good close combat unit. We shot them to give them even more suppression. So it took them a bit. We took a few actions away from them in the early game. Yeah.
You sure did. Turn 2 was spent trying to rally, failing to rally, even on the red dice, and then I just wanted to get rid of the suppression so I didn't have to worry about it anymore, and so my turn 2 for the Wookiees was done. Let's go back to the beginning of the game real quick, and that was the mission draw. Now, in Grand Army games, the deployment zone is set. It's a 6x4 table, as you saw, and you can deploy 12 inches into the table with the long table edges. And then you draw, you guys, the blue players, picked 4 condition cards and 4 objective cards.
Correct.
You guys got rid of rapid reinforcements.
Because you had the Wookiee warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't have any unit that's really good in close combat. We didn't have any snowtroopers. And the Royal Guards, we wanted to keep them close to Palpatine.
Sure.
So, and all other units, we had a lot of DLC troopers and snipers, and we wanted to keep them back.
And then the other card that you guys got rid of was Breakthrough.
Yes, because Breakthrough, in that case, we couldn't use our superior firepower for the mission. I mean, and unfortunately, you shuffled.
I did shuffle. I did.
You trick shuffled.
You trick shuffle. You make even odds, huh?
Yes, and to their horror, in the left draw in the Grand Army, you can only veto 1.
Yeah.
Was what would have been a great card for you, and that was Hostile Environment.
Exactly.
With the 2 card being Limited Range, the Cloudy Conditions, the Hazy with a chance of spaghetti, Limited Visibility.
Yes,
correct.
And for the missions, it was Sabotage and Moisture Evaporators, which would have been okay, but it would have been kind of a weird game.
Yeah.
So you guys vetoed Sabotage and Moisture Evaporators, which gave us key positions, which is a very good mission for Palpatine.
Yep.
And I, of course, got rid of the Hostile Conditions. And that really allowed my Rebel forces to get in position, not having to worry about the range 4 DLT shots, not having to worry about Veers' maximum firepower, not having to worry about the 4 units of snipers that you brought. And it worked out perfectly for me.
Yeah, so actually this was the first thing that really helped you, the mission condition.
Yeah.
And the second thing was Han special card.
Well, he has 3 special cards, I'll remind you.
But I mentioned the 1 special card.
You really don't like that one.
I hate that card. It's just...
Is that worse than Change of Plans? Do you like that? Or
Personally, I think the Change of Plans is a lot worse. But oftentimes you see it coming because I know, because you know what I want to play, and I know that you want to counter it. But in this case, what's the card called? That forced us to shoot him or the other trooper units.
Yeah, that is Reckless Diversion.
It was perfect timing from you again. Because the first turn we only had range 2 on all our weapons, and our long range army couldn't do a lot. And on the second turn, you forced us to concentrate our fire on them, and we couldn't shoot the best targets.
Yeah, both of those guys were behind heavy cover for the most part. Han was a little exposed. But really, it was a turn 1 power play, which you credit me for winning the game with. And that was moving Luke into 3 units that had taken standby tokens, because I thought I could cut some angles and do some real damage in turn 2. I didn't want to waste Son of Skywalker, but I didn't want him exposed. So by playing Han's card, I made sure you guys couldn't shoot Luke, and Luke was free to do what he did in turn 2, which allowed him to do everything after turn 2.
Yes, so in the end, I think mission condition plus the change the diversity card, or how it's called, this was actually the game-breaking movement, because once you sliced up the 1 Stormtrooper unit, firepower was lost, and then we were just going on and on and on. I mean, particularly you were also a little bit lucky with the token draw that you really immediately have chosen it.
Yeah, now we should say again, the token draw was a little janky because we didn't have all the light tokens.
Yes.
So what we did was they would each pull a token from their bag, and I would pull 2 tokens. Not, not canon when it comes to Imperial rules or Star Wars Legion rules, but it worked for us tonight, I thought.
Yeah.
But I did get lucky there.
With so many activations, it was good for the balance of the game.
It was, yeah.
Because when you have almost 20 activations on each side, it's the random factor goes up by a lot.
Yep.
So pulling 2 and choosing one of them did balance that a bit.
I have seen people play Grand Army at 1600 points with both players playing an order token or order card. I don't think that works well. I think this system worked well tonight for us.
I think too.
Okay, great game. It was a close game that really hinged on Luke Skywalker.
Yes, so
Doing
he's
well.
definitely MVP of that game.
We got to see the Emperor do some really cool stuff.
Yeah, it really.
I mean, he's worth his 210 points.
We got
definitely.
a lot of out of his 210, 20, 25 with upgrades. Yeah. But he really he destroyed more points than he cost us.
Oh yeah, and
I'm definitely sure he doubled. So he's definitely had killed like 500 points. Definitely.
I don't know about definitely, but it was a lot of points.
Oh.
It might be 500.
I mean,
it's a little less.
killing
Han.
killing Han, 2 rebel troops.
What really hurt there was I had just taken Han's Reckless Diversion card back in my hand, so you guys were really determined to kill Han.
Yeah, because once you will do this thing again, then the game would be completely over. But in the end, yeah, Skywalker was one hero too much.
Okay. You guys have anything else to say?
No, I want to say that it was really fun, and I'm looking forward to play more multiplayer games, 2 versus 2, maybe next time.
Yeah.
You should definitely try it out. It was really fun having a partner on your side. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally agreeing with Michael said. Fun game, multiplayer is really cool. You can always brainstorm with whatever you want, and you can coordinate your thinking. So, for example, if you know in one space more, the other one knows something more, so you add up.
Yeah, because we're all learning the game right now.
Yeah.
So being able to bounce ideas off of each other really helps us all. The only way that doesn't work is if like 2 of the people speak fluent German and the third guy doesn't, and he doesn't know what's going on. But that's my fault. I own that. I should speak German. So anyways, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the Work Corgi YouTube network, who just went over 1,000 subscribers, Simon.
Yeah.
For the Emperor.
Less than 2 years after we started this thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Less than 2 years, actually.
Yeah. Less than 2 years. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed to the channel.
Definitely.
And
Thanks
if you like
a
the
lot.
video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. There's plenty more Legion coming your way because we're all enjoying this game a whole heck of a lot. So with that, I'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.